Good evening. This is David from Kiryat Arba, and I'm talking to you this evening from Kiryat Arba, Israel. The reason why I'm talking to you this evening is because I've been watching the news reports, and I don't understand how it could be that any government could be so completely baffled when it comes up against tyranny. Nothing could have ever brought me to believe that the United States would bend the knee in Vietnam, bend the knee in Afghanistan, bend the knee now to the Russians in the Ukraine. I fought for both countries, Israel and for the United States of America. I'm proud of my service in both countries. We fought for freedom. We believed we were fighting for our freedom and the freedom of others. We were willing to die and are willing to die for that very principle. But where's our leadership? What happened to the leaders of our country? Why do the leaders of our countries bend the knee without any permission from the people who are willing to fight, who are willing to struggle, who are willing to live? It's sort of like the castration of the American people that's been done deliberately by the government in Washington. There was a brief period of time when Trump was president and I was looking at America again as the leader of the free world. Now that they've managed to throw him out of office, what I see now is that the new government in the United States is no longer the leader of the free world. Instead of the leader of the free world, the government is indeed the major reason why the free world is surrendering. The smaller countries of the so-called free world can't stand up to the empires of China and the empires of China and Russia, and it seems like they're going to be working together now, without a strong free world led by the United States of America. So we turn and look to our country, the United States of America, for those of us that are Americans, for those of us that are also Israelis. We look at America and we say, give us the tools, let us do the job. And there's no answer. The White House is empty as Biden's head. Indecision, or the wrong decision, which is even worse than indecision, has kept America weak again. Weak like we've never been in our history. And a weak America will make a weak Israel, and will make a weak India, and it will make a weak Taiwan. And certainly it's going to make a weak Europe. So this actual attempt by our friend Putin to frighten the forces of the free world into doing what he wants is the last step before the complete fall of democracy. And if it's not faced, force against force, it'll be the end game. What I would do, very simply, I'd start moving tactical nuclear weapons into Eastern Europe. And I would make it absolutely clear, one step across the border into the Ukraine, and we will use them, and we will retaliate if ICBMs are used by Russia. We have to make them fear us. The problem is, can you make somebody fear you when you've been wishy-washy, weak, and easy to kick around in the past? The problem with that idea is they may call our bluff because they know that we don't have the guts We don't have the resolution to carry through on that. There was a time when they feared us. They fear us no more. Without fear, there can be no peace. And without peace, there can be no safety.